Study, fat people more likely to be stupid, reads the headline. And look, it's accompanied by a photograph of a fat person I hate. Isn't it great when science confirms our bigotry? Of course, it would help if the study in question actually did confirm that, but hey, who cares? Who reads past the headline, let alone who reads the entire scientific study, which is in fact available in full online to anyone who wants to click through? In this case, the actual study not only doesn't show that fat people are stupider than thin people, but it doesn't even begin to look at intelligence at all in any group. The researchers in question are actually very clear in the study that this is preliminary research using a very small sample size. In this case, there were 32 people, of which 2 were underweight, 17 were normal weight, 6 were overweight, and 7 were obese. And they didn't give them any intelligence tests at all. They only did MRIs on their brains. And what they found was simply a correlation between BMI, body mass index, as well as BFP, body fat percentage, and brain structure and activity, particularly in places that are involved with impulse control and reward processing. Remember a few weeks ago when we learned that potheads' brains light up in different ways when they see pot compared to when they see pencils? Yeah, that doesn't mean that potheads are stupid. It means that the things that they do often have an impact on their brain, and their brain has an impact on their behavior. So this research shows a correlation between BMI/BFP and brain structure, and it's worth noting that this applied throughout the entire population. It wasn't just about obese people or overweight people. People within the normal BMI range still showed differences in the structure of their brain. It was all on a spectrum. It's also worth noting that there were several outliers, which is huge when it comes to a small sample size. That's why the researchers suggest that more research gets done with a larger population. They also point out that this is only a correlation. They haven't established causation. They don't know if the two are directly related or which one came first. Are people's brains this way because of their higher BMI, or do they have higher BMI because their brains are this way? The researchers don't know. I'd like to say kudos to these researchers for not only writing an incredibly clear paper, but then to follow it up after they saw the way the media was spinning their paper to mean something completely different than what it was. They actually went out and they wrote another paper completely debunking all of these media reports. And it's written for the layperson in mind. So you can check out the link on my Patreon and read it in full because it's a really great example of scientists getting actively involved in preventing bad science reporting in the media. So well done to them.